Hi, everybody. Sometimes when I think things can't get any sillier in the gaming industry, I happen upon a piece of information that just reaffirms my belief that everything is possible. There's a Woke Content Detector Community on Steam that I've had a read through, and some of it's quite unbelievable. And please understand the project here. This community of almost 11,000 Steam profiles really is focused on the massive overarching project, which is to drive women, disabled people, Black, Brown, Indigenous people, people who are neurodivergent, people who are gay, people who are trans, people who are non-binary out of the public square entirely. That's the project. And this community, whether they understand it wittingly or unwittingly or witlessly, are helping that project move forward. They want us completely out of the public square, the workplace. They want us to not have access to any resources, and everyone is taking cues from that larger project to drive us all away. I'm just going to read from some of the Woke Detector community notes on various games to let you understand what this unbelievably toxic and corrosive project is attempting to do. And you'll notice a trend in a lot of this feedback. And bear with me while I go through some of these comments. So it doesn't recommend Monster Hunter because it's overtly pro-DEI, subtly pro-climate action, subtly pro-LGBTQ+, and subtly pro-immigration. Wonderful. And by that I mean not wonderful. Spider-Man 2 contains overtly pro-DEI, overtly pro-LGBTQ+, overtly anti-gun, overtly pro-abortion messaging. Okay. Citizen Sleeper 2, overtly anti-capitalism, overtly pro-LGBTQ messaging, features multiple LGBTQ characters, including Bliss, who now identifies as non-binary and uses they, them pronouns. Heavens forfend about that. Again, it goes on. It's unbelievable. And I have watched online people respond instantaneously to movie trailers when they see a Black character. They say, oh, that movie is too woke. Now, I don't usually do these types of stand-up interviews or overviews because I don't like my face. But this made me so incensed and so angry that I had to jump on here to say something about it. Now, you can join me in joining another community, which is much, much better. And it's the Woke Content Appreciator Community. And I just joined it moments ago on Steam. And you can rate games for having these positive elements, the DEI, the diversity, equity, and inclusion, because that's what makes businesses, economies, nations grow and flourish. If you have diversity, if you make inclusive practices within your organization, you make more profit. I have tons of videos, tons of content that underline that perspective. Go woke, make money, not go broke. In fact, the data tells us that companies that have diverse executive teams and organizations make almost 20% more profit. That's true. That's a reality. So join me in adding your name, adding your Steam profile to the Woke Content Appreciator group. Let's grow that group as quickly as possible. Let's comment on video games that are doing the good work of diversity, equity, and inclusion, because it just makes sense. And the game community, the game sector as a business, and the community at large will only flourish if it invites more people in. I talk about other sectors and how other organizations that made an anti-DEI bet are no longer heard from. They're gone. They've gone under. And so I think it's very, very important for us as gamers to join the Woke Content Appreciator community on Steam and stop this nonsense, this anti-business, anti-community, anti-social, anti-woke movement. It's stupid. So please join me in joining the Woke Content Appreciator Steam channel today. Thanks for listening.